In my last video, we talked about sightings of giant lizards in Australia. And in that video, I used a picture that was in one of the articles that I read. And a few of my subscribers told me that this picture, with this huge casted footprint, was not of the megalania, but of a T-Rex-like creature. Another cryptid that is allegedly roaming around in Australia. This creature is described as a giant lizard with small clawed hands. It's 20 to 25 feet long and 20 foot tall and is bipedal. Very similar to that of a T-Rex, and due to the fact that there are a lot of reported sightings, and it's even in the Aboriginal mythology, some believe that it might actually exist somewhere in Australia. And Australia is a continent with a very low population, and most people do live near the water. So although extremely unlikely, but it's possible that there could be a large unknown animal still hiding from us there. One famous encounter happened in the 1950s when cattle ranchers spotted large three-toed tracks in their fields. And these ranchers, well, they were kind of freaked out by this because they had never seen any tracks like this before. And at this time, their livestock did start to go missing, and they discovered a half-eaten cow. And they believed that whatever animal made these huge tracks was responsible for killing this cow, and most likely all the others that had disappeared never to be seen again. This story sounds almost identical to my last video about the megalania, in regards to people finding large tracks and half-eaten cows in their fields. But there is one huge difference. The megalania has 5 toes, not 3, and I would like to thank my subscribers for pointing that out to me. Another very similar case happened in 1980 when ranchers believed something big was stealing the cattle, big enough to pick them up and carry them off. At first, these ranchers thought that it must be crocodiles, but one of them claimed that he saw a 20-foot tall monster carrying a cow in his jaws. And this man, scared to death, ran as fast as he could and he hid behind a bush. And because so many ranchers were losing cattle at this time, they were fed up. So 20 of them got together in hopes of finding and killing this monster. But when they reached the river, their dogs started to act strange and then they ran away. Then the horses just stopped. They would go no further. So the ranchers, a little bit freaked out by this, decided to call it off. And while they were walking back to their ranch, they did see some large three-toed tracks. Now about a week or so later, these attacks on their cattle stopped, so they figured that this animal, whatever it was, must have moved on. Another sighting happened in 1957 when ranchers saw all their cattle just start to act crazy one night. And while they were looking around wondering what the heck was scaring them, they saw one of their team members running and screaming at the top of his lungs in the distance, followed by what appeared to be a very large creature. Now since it was night, they didn't get a very good look at it, but the next day they did find out that some of their cattle had been ripped to shreds and eaten. Another story happened in 1978 when a man who was herding cattle in a very remote area got lost for 3 days. And while he was missing, 2 Aboriginal trackers along with a couple policemen went looking for him. And during the night, the 2 Aboriginal trackers woke up the policemen and told them that they need to leave now. And as the policemen were getting up, they noticed that the ground was shaking, and these 2 trackers looked scared. Something very big was walking nearby. And this just scared them to death, so they got the heck out of there as fast as they could. And while they were running away, they did hear strange sounds, such as grunting and breathing. Now if this policeman who came forward with the story is telling the truth, it does make me wonder, how big would an animal need to be if it could shake the ground when it's walking? Now according to this article, there have been many reported sightings over the years. In 1961, a man reported seeing a 25-foot tall bipedal reptilian creature. In 1922, there was a mass sighting from ranchers who reported seeing a huge bipedal monster with a crocodile-like tail. Then in 1982, there was another sighting of a bipedal creature that looked exactly like a dinosaur, but it was only about the size of a man. Then in 1961, a group of hunters claimed that they saw a huge monster that looked exactly like a T-Rex during a dust storm. A very famous case happened in 1985 when a family claimed that while they were driving in a very remote area, they saw a 20-foot long monster covered in feathers. And there are many more sightings, which is amazing. And what I find fascinating about this case is that these creatures are in the native mythology. According to them, they have been living side by side with them for thousands of years. And there are many cave paintings of what appear to be an animal that looks exactly like a T-Rex. Now, it is believed that the T-Rex only lived in North America and Asia. But in 2010, archaeologists made an amazing discovery. They discovered that there was once a dinosaur that is a cousin of a T-Rex that did live in Australia millions of years ago. And it is known by the locals as the Australian T-Rex. And it perfectly fits the description of all these sightings, which is mind-blowing. It is rare to cover a case that has so many sightings over the years, making me wonder, could a large dinosaur that once roamed Australia millions of years ago still exist to this very day? Until next time, this is Paranormal Junkie. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned.